welcome to 8 Minutes of College with your holistic college coach, Renee Bailey. Today we are talking about self-worth. Where do you get it? What does it come from? What have we been taught about self-worth? And really, how do we enhance our own evaluation of our self-worth? So let's get into it. So first of all, let's talk about the origins of self-worth. Origins of self-worth actually come from validation. When we feel validated, we have good self-worth. That is where self-worth is built upon. Okay, guys? So there are two forms of validation that we can receive. We can receive internal validation, which is when we are recognizing our own worth and really giving ourselves an understanding that we are valid human beings who are really important to the universe and are here for a purpose. The other is external validation, which comes from other people telling us, hey, good job. Hey, you did so well on X, Y, and Z. Hey, here's an A+, you got that. Here's your 4.0 GPA. Here's your 1600 on the SAT. Whatever it looks like externally, that validates that you are a good student, a good person, whatever it is. If you're not careful, though, what happens is that those two intertwine, and we start making our internal validation based on our external validations. Why is that? Well, a lot of well-meaning parents out there are telling us that we need to get the good grades. And when we get the good grades, we get the praise. Right? Right. And it's not their fault. They mean well by doing this because they want to see us do well. They want to see us advance in society. They want to see us get everything they wish for us. Right? They do. They really do. But what they're tying the validation of your being to is this external grade, this external metric that really has zero to do with you as a human being. So people like Gary Vee, what I love about people like Gary Vee is that they untie that. See, his parents never tied his self-worth to the grades that he got in school or how much money he made. They tied it to his happiness, how happy he was, and if what he was doing was fulfilling him. And based on that, he went in the direction of those things that fulfilled him. And now he's a big internet superstar. So I think it's really, really important for us to rework this in our minds. So how do we rework this in our minds? Interesting question, right? How do we change our mindset from being proud of the grades that we get to the pride in the hard work that we're putting in and the great efforts that we're going to achieve our goals? It's the achievement is in the effort we're putting forth rather than the actual attainment of the goal. Being okay if you miss the mark. How do you change from being so goal obsessed that you cannot change your goal, you cannot change how you obtain that goal? It has to be done this way, 1, 2, 3, and if you don't, you're a failure, to I may not get to this specific area, but I'm going to shoot for it, and I'm going to enjoy the attempt. I'm going to enjoy the journey getting there. How do you switch that mindset? I think that's an important question. And one of the things I think we can do for ourselves is reprogram our brains. So how do you reprogram your brain? Well, another internet person, another TikToker that I love to watch, Elise Myers has a great take on this, I think, which is when you hear someone giving you either external, and in my opinion, this should apply to both external validation and external takedowns, we'll call them. Whenever you hear something that's meant to pump you up on the basis of your grades or whatever, tell yourself, I don't receive that. Tell yourself I don't receive that. Not in the sense of it isn't great that you got good grades, but that's not what you're seeking validation for. You're not seeking validation for the grade. You're seeking validation for the effort that you put in that achieved the grade. Slight difference, right? Slight difference. Also, this works when people are giving you criticism, or even yourself, you're giving yourself criticism, because when you have this external validation driven brain, what's going to happen is if you get the B instead of the A, it devalues you in your mind. It shouldn't, because you're just as good of a person as you were before you got that B as you are after. But if you're not careful, that's the mental loop you fall into. Oh, I got a B. I'm never going to get into medical school, or I'm never going to do this, or I'm never going to do that because I got a B in chemistry my freshman year of college. Totally not true. Totally not true. But you can spiral. And you use the same method, I would say, when you have a thought like that, to say, I don't receive that. I don't receive it. Say it out loud. Say it out loud. I don't receive that. And that way you will interrupt that mental process and start to reprogram your brain to think in a more positive manner about yourself. And when you think in a more positive manner about yourself, what's going to happen as a result is your self-esteem is going to go up. You value your time more. You value yourself as a friend, as a person, as a daughter, mother, whatever you are in this life. You value yourself more. And if you value yourself more, others around you are going to start to notice and act on it. They will act upon you with more value. They will value you more as a result of you valuing yourself more. So I think this is incredibly important as far as a topic is concerned. And I say that a lot. I say, oh, this is incredibly important. This is incredibly important. But this is absolutely crucial to your life and to how you carry yourself through your life. So, important subject. Wanted to share that with you. And I hope you're having a wonderful day. Guys, hope you enjoyed the podcast. We'll talk later.